Good morning from East Eddywall. My name is Patrick. I am Pat, real man of genius, and I am here at one of my favorite places to go. This is where I shoot. You got Star Mountain off in the background. The clouds have pushed down real low. Normally you could see the tops of the peaks and things, but it's just a rainy, kind of a ucky weekend. But we had opportunity without some rain to come out here and shoot today, and that's what I plan to do. My normal range is way off in the back, but there's a tree down, and instead of going home and getting a chainsaw, because I'll probably get stuck on the way out of here, instead of going ahead and getting the chainsaw, I've just set up a steel target right there. And anyway, I've got a nice natural backstop. Bullets will just be going down into that ravine. They won't be coming out. But that's what I love about here, is there are so many natural backstops. This right here knobs out, and it's one of the biggest berms in the... You can't buy a berm. You can't build a berm that big. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a look at the firearm that I will be shooting today. What I packed for my range trip today. Today's video is going to be focused on this rifle here. It is the Rossi R92, or M92, R92, whatever you want to call it, in 44 Magnum. On the end of it, I've got a Silencer Co. Octane 45, and you're probably asking, did that come from the factory? No, it actually did not. I cut down the magazine tube, chucked this barrel in a lathe in the garage, threaded that dude 5/8-24, and put a silencer on it. I absolutely love shooting this rifle suppressed. This poor rifle has been through the mill. I actually bought this thing new and have beat the crap out of it. I even dyed it, stained the wood grayish just to complete the ugliness. It's got pock marks and scratches, and it's just liberating. Really, I could take this thing out of the truck, hit the door, not worry about scratching the rifle. You're looking at the door of the truck trying to make sure you didn't damage it, because you just don't care. But what makes this one such a good suppressor host is that it loads through the receiver. All your others, Marlin and whatnot, you have to be able to take the suppressor off the end of it, take the barrage out, feed it through the magazine tube. Once you get that suppressor hot, you are not going to want to be taking that suppressor off. So you can just load this bad boy right through the gate and just have at it. Feed it a steady supply of good black butterfly. Bet you didn't know they were making 44 Magnum now. I've got the 44 Specials because these are what are really quiet. The Ultramax here, CCI Blazers. I've got some hollow points there. This is just your old silver case stuff. The stuff you don't care if you lose the brass in this nasty soup, I guess you'd call it. We've just got this ground is so saturated right now. Yeah, I can sling these big old ashtrays right here down there at that steel, and it's just it's really quiet. Makes for an enjoyable day with no hearing protection. Let's get to shooting. I've been waiting for my weekly shooting fix. I've got the suppressor tightened up nice and good. Got a pocket full of ammo. Pull them out one at a time like old Barney Fife. We'll just go ahead and load this thing up. And this is exactly what I was talking about when I said that this is just the perfect suppressor host, is because it just goes in. These hollow points seem to be catching just a little bit. I may have to try a different type of ammo. Hadn't messed with these hollow points in this rifle much. I usually run like a lead flat nose. I just figured we'd go with copper. A little easier to clean this way. There she's full. I'm going to shoot one off into the dirt just to let you hear how quiet this thing really is. And then we'll start putting some on the steel. Oh yeah, it's time for a corny joke too. They say that the camera adds 10 pounds, so I'm only using one today. So here's the first one off into the dirt. It'll be just a little bit louder because you have a little bit of suppressor pop. That first round pop is where you still have oxygen in the barrel. But when the oxygen comes out of the barrel and it's consumed in the suppressor, then that's when you start getting it really, really quiet. The first couple will just be down into the dirt. Those might just be a little bit supersonic. I'm hearing it break the sound barrier. We'll go ahead and get rid of these, and then we'll try a little bit different of an ammo. Let's open these Ultra Max now. Now see, these are a little bit easier to feed into it. They're just a lead flat nose. These are pretty much just cowboy action. And these will be quite a bit quieter than those others. I didn't figure that those others would have broken sound barrier. So here goes this one. Send one down into the dirt. You can hear how quiet that is. It just smacks the mud. That was the last of that one. Let's go ahead and load up another tube full. Absolutely love how quiet this rifle is. I've got a Silencer Co hybrid that's actually a rifle can, but the hybrid weighs just a little bit more than this Octane 45. This whole setup here might be just a little bit long, but it really doesn't weigh more than about 6 pounds, I guess. Slam some more. Love, love, love the rifle. There was one more. I thought it was out. Must not have picked it up. That's why you always check your rifles. Ah, that's just feeling too good. I gotta do this again. Starting to heat this little dude up. She's warm. All right, unload it again. I got a little enthusiastic. That one actually popped up instead of laying down on the feed ramp. One more. Nope, more than one more. That was it. She's a smoking. Killer little setup. My little beat to pieces, cobbled up East Eddie War crap. I hadn't shot those CCI Blazers before. It kind of surprised me that they were supersonic. I figured with 44 specials they were a light enough load that it wouldn't break the sound barrier. So what I'm going to do, just to exhibit that, just going to add this little part into the video. First thing I'm going to do is load one of the Ultra Max. It's just a lead flat nose. These are cowboy action, really quiet. This PMC, now this one is going to be a little hotter. That's a self-defense round. And then this CCI Blazer with that big ashtray of a hollow point that just really doesn't like going in this thing on an angle. So I'm just going to send these out into the dirt so that you can hear the difference. You'll hear the first one break the sound barrier, second one will be about medium, and then the last one is going to be that quiet where you just hear the smack down at the end. These are just fired safely into that hill. There's no houses or anything beyond that. So here's the first, which is that CCI Blazer, the aluminum case. Now you heard that one break the sound barrier there. Now this is that PMC. See, that one's quiet. And then here is the Ultramax. Genuinely quiet. And that is why I love this little rifle. In all of its ugliness. This is Pat, Real Man of Genius, signing off for today. Let's see if we can get this truck out of here without getting stuck. That's going to be beautiful.